Who guides the guardians, coaches, when they're involved with abuse and neglect? This is a great question. And the answer is not that easy, because coaches are entrusted with our children. And you look at to a case that's just awful. A gymnastic coach by the name of Larry Nassar, who falsified and tampered with evidence and sexually abused children, had sexual explicit information. And on a daily basis, he was coaching and working with our young children. And he was entrusted, he was looked up to very highly. And when this all went down, the parents were in complete disbelief. They didn't believe it at first. They just, this didn't happen. Not to this guy, you know. But yes, it did happen. And it was right out in front of many a person, including some parents, unfortunately. And how hard is that to swallow? This coach who you trusted, your gymnastics coach, at the highest level of a sport, entrusted with these young children and was violating them left and right and center for many years. Boy, is that hard to swallow as a parent. And yet, we all know that there are people out there that we entrust our children with on a daily basis that have access to our children and may have violated our children. So the question is, how do we solve this? Because children want to go hush-hush. They're embarrassed, they're ashamed. They don't want to talk about it. And in certain circumstances, in my experience, when I've encountered children that have been sexually abused, they feel as though they did something wrong, that they're guilty. And that's not the case at all. And trying to get that across to a young person is extremely difficult. And I don't know if there's enough therapy in the world to help heal some of these children. That's the saddest of sad parts. And we all know children grow up to become adults. Years later, it psychologically and mentally and emotionally and spiritually just continues to haunt them. And they're unable to get past it. And who's to blame? Who's to blame? Who guards the guardians? And who's watching over these guardians? You and I are. Parents of children. We need to be so vigilant and continue to be vigilant so that this hopefully can be eliminated. I don't see it ever being eliminated completely, unfortunately. That's a sad truth, because sexual abuse has the highest recidivism rate in our society. Someone that's a perpetrator of sexual abuse, they're not just going to stop. So how do we deal with that? We deal with it in many different ways, like having a sexual offender list, but there's other mechanisms that are out there. But are we guarding our children? Are we protecting them? Are we having an open dialogue with them? Are we talking to them about good touching, bad touching, touching under a bathing suit that's improper and inappropriate? Are we encouraging them to step forward, to speak up and speak out when they've been violated? No matter who it is, no matter how much they trust that person, wrong is wrong is wrong.